welcome to Yarn Tales by the Sea. I'm Kellyanne and this podcast comes to you from the southeast coast of the United Kingdom. And this is my partner, Mr. Yarn Tales, aka Colin.
Hello.
Who does all my video editing. Yeah. Right, so I've taken notes this time because I've got quite a lot to get through. So, welcome back to my returning viewers and a big hello to any new viewers. And if you would like to subscribe, I will love you forever. Right, I'll get that bit out of the way. So sorry for not actually doing the winners podcast like last weekend, but I did say to you on my previous podcast it might be a bit difficult, and it was, because we had a drumming event on the Saturday and on Sunday I had my grandchildren for the day, and then during the week with Colin's work schedule it was very difficult to get the podcast actually edited, so it's all going to be on this podcast. So yeah, the end of the mail is here and I'm going to be announcing a new one, so I should do that a little later on. So I've been asked some questions and on the previous videos, and also your suggestions for the new mail, and I've taken it all on board, and yeah, I shall announce it a bit later on. So first of all I'll go into my makes and I'll do a little break and then carry on with whatever.
Yeah, well.
Right, so the only finished object I've got is a pair of socks, and these are just vanillas, and I've left the wool bands somewhere. So yeah, these are, like I said, vanillas, and that's a 16 inch, I was going to say 16 inch, oh dear, 16 rows of it's going to be one of them ones, isn't it?
It's going to be. Is it called ribbing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go.
Right. No, I was going to say 16 rows of ribbon, not inches. 84 down to the heel, and then a standard Kitchener toe. So I do have the leftover yarn. So the green was Drops Fable, and the yarn was Women's Institute, and I think it's Run Paradise, I think it was called. And to be honest, I mean, that was my first time using Women's Institute. Is it not Women's Institute? Did I say Women's Institute?
You did.
What is it?
I don't know.
Hang on, I'll see if I've
You're asking me?
I'll see if I've got the ball band still. Oh dear, I don't know if I said that.
Can I make an apology for last week?
Oh yeah, you can make your apology.
While she's having a look for her ball band, I'd like to apologise for last time's video. There was a big 4-minute chunk lost, gone, disappeared from it, and I didn't realise until that following morning. Kelly actually said to me, Colin, do you realise there are 4 minutes missing out of this video? Oops. It was far too late for me to take the video down and put it back. So that's why you notice on the playlist there's this little 4-minute chunk. That's what's missing. I'd like to apologise. I have no idea how that happened, apart from the fact that I might have accidentally cut something out what I shouldn't have cut out. But
What did you cut out?
It's hard to explain. It's on the editing you got like columns, yeah, and I think there was something left over from the last edit that I cut, and that destroyed that.
Oh.
It's weird, but I didn't
wow.
notice. Sorry. I never lived it down for a whole day.
Yeah. Oh well. I can't find the ball band, and it's not Women's Institute. Oh, West Yorkshire Spinners. I knew it began with a W. That's it.
Then.
West Yorkshire Spinners, and I know a lot of people rave about this yarn, but I actually think it's very, very scratchy. But I'm just hoping it's going to soften down when they go in for a wash. So yeah, my only finish. So
you didn't start me a hat then?
No, I didn't start your hat.
Oh, okay.
I did sort the yarn out.
Oh, okay. There's a step closer then.
when I get to start it is another thing.
Yeah, true.
Right, so I did start a new pair of socks, and I've got the ball bands. So not much done on it. So I am knitting in Gardener's Cottage yarn, which is it's a deluxe 4-ply superwash merino, 85% and 15% nylon, and the colourway is in Jazzy. So I actually won this from Anne of, I'm going to say it right, Sparnits, last year on one of her giveaways. So I haven't got a lot done, so that's what's done so far. And also the pink yarn's the same. So if I try and hold these up together. So I'm not going to knit these so long. I'm going to make these a bit smaller, because I did use some of the pink in a shawl I did last year, so not sure how far, but that is so beautiful. Really loving this. So yeah, like I said, not much done, but it's a start. So soft, especially after that scratchy West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Going to be so pretty. And if I don't think I've got enough yarn, I've got another little, it's a lighter pink, but I might just put them in the heels, I'll see. But I'm going to knit these down to as far as the heel, and then start the second one so I can gauge my yarn more, because there's not quite so much meterage on this, because it's normally 400, but there's only 360, although it is 100 grams. So I use it even when I make my long socks like that. I mean, I had all that left over, so there should be plenty. I could knit you a pink pair.
No.
What's wrong with that?
I don't like pink. Too bright for me.
So that's that. Let's put it back in here. Oh no, it's in this one. My what was it? Still haven't taken the labels off just as well, because I won't remember. Clara Rose Craft bag off of Etsy. Absolutely love this bag. Brilliant. And I brought the little one as well, so I keep all my notions in that. So, oh well, at least I've started. I did start that sock for Colin. So if I showed you it last time, and it wasn't much done on it, but I'm making him a pair of shorties, and he's just said he don't want pink socks, but this yarn's got flipping pink in it.
It hasn't got a lot of pink, has it?
Yeah.
It's not got.
It's
look,
got. It's all.
Look at the difference. Those bright pink socks you got. You think that's a lot different to that.
I'll make you a purple pair next time then.
I don't mind purple.
So this is Jop's Fable. So I got the heel done and the gusset. It looks funny like that, doesn't it? Well, it's just a shorty. But I'll tell you, it was a pain in the backside, because I only had like, I think it was 6 rows of ribbon to go straight into the heel. Excuse me. And it was a bit pernickety to do. But yeah, so that's that. But I'm not sort of going out my way to work on these all the time. It's just when I feel like it, or if I have a sock day. So that's living in one of my Amelia Joy bags from Etsy. I love her bags. They're so good for value. They really are. Value for money. It's like little, I don't know if I turn that way. Little sloths on it. So yeah. Right, so before I go on with anything else, I was asked, how do we look when we drum? So Colin's going to insert 3 photos. So it'll be one on Colin's own, one on my own, and the both of us together. So that's in our like summer costumes. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll go up.
So that's what we look like with like full face paint on. So yeah. So going from there, we did actually drum at an event last Saturday, and it was in Bexhill, which is like the next town over. But I think most of you that are regular know that we live in Hastings. We were told it was just a little event, and it was in the evening, and we were to all wear lights. Now we normally have lights on our hats and drums if we do what we call dark events, especially over the winter in the bonfire season. So we've all met up at a pub in Bexhill because the event started behind the Delaware Pavilion. So we thought we'd drum from the pub to the pavilion because it's literally 5 minutes away. And we're drumming away, and then we got round the corner of the theatre and there were hundreds of people. I mean, which was fantastic. It was lovely, but it felt like a little bit like being like celebrities, because all of a sudden all these great big video cameras come out, obviously the local press, and people were running forward with their cameras.
Entertainment starved.
Yeah, it was something else. And then we did the procession, and I think most of Bexhill must have been out for it, because it was like drumming at a big carnival, wasn't it?
Well, it was a good event.
It was a really lovely event, and yeah, I was very lucky because I also bumped into a friend of mine, which is Jonathan Lindsay. Now, especially UK viewers or American viewers who watch any of the UK channels might know him, because he starred in Last of the Summer Wine. Now, he played Crusher, who worked in the cafe for Auntie Ivy on there. So yeah, it was really great to see him, and he's been in lots of things, from Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, lots of UK programmes, I think, like The Bill and things like that. So, and then he had a friend of his with him, which was Bill Fellows, who is also starring in Coronation Street at the moment. So I will get Colin to put a couple of photos up, which I've got to send to you because they're still on my phone. And then I didn't get any footage of us drumming because it was so like what's the word?
Busy.
It was busy, but I did take just a little bit of footage of some of the drummers and some of the people that were in the parade, which were the flamingos. It was people that were disabled on their scooters, and they'd made them into flamingos, and it was just absolutely amazing.
Is all flashing and lit up. Well aware, whichever on your lap. Oh, you photo bomber, Vincent. The only one who's not lit up, and he has to get in the picture.
Yeah, you have to see me.
Yeah.
A bit rank for the tour, which one it?
One minute. You want one?
Yeah, I was thinking, I've already seen that one, yeah.
Got 6 flamingos.
Steve, I got your message, that's why I couldn't see the message like. I was reading it.
So yeah, there's that. So, you know, I'm going to try as much as possible to put other little bits into the podcast, because I know many of you have said that you'd like to see what we get up to. It's a little bit hard with the drumming at the moment because, to be honest with you, we don't hold our AGM till the end of it's the 28th, yeah, 28th of this month, and then we'll have we start our drum practice up, and then events will start coming in. So we have got one which is really big already booked up, which is the Jack in the Green Festival, and in the past, I mean, we have actually drummed on stage because it's a huge procession round Hastings Old Town, and then they do a big music festival up on one of the hills, or cliffs that overlook the town and the sea. And I think at the peak we've drummed to around 10,000 people on stage, so can't be shy.
No, can't.
So like him, I'll tell you what.
Oh, don't you dare.
Yeah, I'm going to. A few years ago, we drummed, it was a Hastings bonfire night. And if you don't know the thing behind bonfire night, I'll go into it another time. But it lasts over 2 or 3 months, and all the towns get involved in Sussex. We were asked to drum in the White Rock Theatre, which is our big theatre in Hastings, on stage, and there was 2 or 3 of the leaders. I drummed, and the other lady leader, Bev led, and then it was Colin's turn to lead on stage, and he's got up in front of everybody and froze. He got stage fright.
Not funny.
It was funny.
Not
Me and
funny.
Bev thought it was really funny.
Not funny.
So yeah.
How many times have I got up in front of a stage like that?
Well, but you've drummed in front of thousands.
No, it was different. My mum was in the audience for a start.
Oh God.
And my cousin.
Right. So I'm only showing you stuff that I've actually managed to work on these last couple of weeks. So I just, the last podcast 2 weeks ago, I just started a scrap blanket. And I've nearly actually finished it. And this, I made up loads of cakes out of, it was chunky, super chunky, and Aaron I used, and it's all fitted in well. It doesn't look lopsided. So I'm on my last cake. So, right, you hold that in, please.
I could.
So that's what it's looking like. So you can see it's quite sizable. So, because I don't actually use a lot of chunky or super chunky. When I have had it, it's mainly I brought for like hat making. What else? Oh, when I made my Attic 24 bag. So it'd be a long time before I make anything else like a scrap blanket with this size yarn. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased how it's turned out. I did do a little bit of controlling in the middle because I used the rest of the yarn from the bag there, and then I've just gone round in the cakes, so that's all I've got left. And I've got some cream, so I'm hoping I've got enough of that to do just like a single crochet, stroke double crochet, border around the edging. But this would be fine as a I've lost my end, as a lap blanket, or thrown over the back of my 2-seater couch that's in the, well, I always call it a front room. I don't know, I was brought up, I don't know, my mum always said front room, but I know most people say either lounge or living room, but I don't know why we always called it the front room.
Because it's at the front of the house?
No, it was at the back of the house.
Oh.
Does anybody else ever get brought up calling it a front room? I'd be interested to know about that.
It was the lounge when I was...
That's posh.
Well, no, it's because we're from a posh family.
That's posh, isn't it, saying lounge?
Lounge.
Right.
The dining room.
No, dining room's separate. That's where you eat.
Yeah, no, lounge and diner. That's what I'm saying. Lounge and the dining room.
So what do we call our kitchen then? Because our kitchen is...
kitchen diner, isn't it?
Yeah, because half of it's dining area.
Half of it's kitchen.
Yeah. Sorry if it's a bit rambly.
Terrible, you know.
Yeah, terrible, terrible. And for any new viewers, we don't really edit the video, is it? It's
unless I make big mistakes.
Yeah, unless he makes big mistakes like last week. Oh, Dolly Dog wants to get out. I think she wants to come and say hello.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I've been sounding
what you see is what you get. So this is our dog, little Dolly Dog. Say hello, Dolly. Say wave, hello. She's really, really old. We're not sure how old she is because she's rescue, and she's a little bit poorly. Do you want to? Don't look if you're a bit squeamish, but it's not that bad. I don't know if you can see this. She's got a massive. What sort of cyst is it? It's
a fatty tissue tumour.
Tumour, yeah.
It's not life-threatening or anything.
It's not
like that.
or cancerous. But the vet, is that really doesn't want to operate on her because she is so old and she's not in any pain with it at all, and she's learnt to walk with it, hasn't she? So, you know, she's still active, but yeah.
Just really old and soppy and wants
Yeah.
lots of fuss and attention, isn't it?
I don't know where I was now. So done that. Oh yeah, my flax. Right, I haven't. So I'm doing the
This is the bit that was missed off last time, wasn't it?
yeah flax by Tin Can Knits, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. So
That's what I do.
So, I mean, I've knitted lots of garments over the years because I've been knitting since I was about 8, I was taught.
Wow.
8, and and crocheting. But
I could say that on here because you can't clunk me.
right. We're not married, but we've been together 20 odd years.
Really?
Something like that, yeah. And so previous to that, I was married to my childhood sweethearts, and together we had 6 children. The last 2 were twins, and they're, well, how old are they? They were born in 98, so they'll be 24 this year. So yeah, they'll be 24. And my eldest, she was born in 82, so she's 40 this year. Oh, show my age. Yeah, I did have my first one very young. What am I saying? Well, I've lost why I was... Oh, yeah, so those years I was with my ex-husband, I didn't knit or crochet at all, and it's only... I've sort of like knitted here and there over the years, but it's only the last 10 years that I've really picked it all back up again.
Yeah.
But in all that time... See, I knew there was a reason why I was saying all that. All this time, I've never done a top-down jumper, so that's why... Well, I call them jumpers. I know a lot of people call them sweaters. I think sweaters, is it? I think mainly, is it mainly in America and Canada they say sweater? If that's true, can you let me know? Do you mainly say sweater or jumper? Because again, I'm nosy and I would like to know. So I've not got as much done as I wanted to. So I have separated the sleeves. So I will get this yarn right. So this one is done in Women's Institute yarn in Aran, which I purchased from Hobbycraft. So I like getting it from there actually, because you can see it's the big 400 gram balls, and they've nearly always got 3 for 2 offer on. So, but yeah, I'm really pleased with that. The only thing I think I might have done a bit wrong, I don't know, because it says, well, actually, if I get the other end, so that, don't take any notice of that first bit, because that's the waste yarn that's holding the, like, pick up 8, I had to pick up 8 stitches, and then I've got that yarn going across on both of the bits like that. So I don't know if I did that wrong, or if it's supposed to be like that. I don't know, but I mean, it's going to be on the inside of the jumper anyway, and when I pick up the stitches round, it's gonna, I can stitch over them. So, but yeah, I'm really liking this, and the yarn is really soft, isn't it? You feel that?
Are you sure?
Well, I'm gonna wash it when I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's licking my hands.
So you got like the garter.
It's soft, by the way.
Yeah, the garter bit on the sleeve, so it's pretty. So it's just really simple, and I do love the raglan. Am I showing you right?
No.
Am I? It's hard to show, but yeah, you got a really nice raglan going down there. So I mean, once you've learned, because like I said, I've done flat stitching and bottom up, but never top down, and it's really, with this, it's just learning the concept, isn't it, of how to make one. So it gave me a lot more confidence to do them in the future, and I've got to really get a move on this, because I want to enter it into Anne from Spar Knits.
Oh, you did it, said it again. Spar
I know,
Knits.
I'm doing
really good at this.
Really good at this. What was I saying? Oh, jumper along. There you go, Anne. Didn't say it once, did I?
You say it's better. That's what I thought.
Yeah, you was going to say it.
You say
Yeah.
it's better. It's okay.
So,
I'm allowed to.
and I would also like to say thank you to Anita from Gaga Knits, because today she uploaded a video of her favourite podcasters, or podcasters she likes to watch, and she mentioned mine. So thank you, Anita. And if anyone has not watched Anita, she's Gaga Knits, as in G-A-G-A. Please watch her. She is, you know, the thing she does is phenomenal, because she knits, crochets, she cross stitches, she makes clothes for herself and her grandchildren. Her sewing is just phenomenal, and yeah, she's one that I always watch. So, but you know, where I was ill, I've got a little bit behind, but I am getting there. I'm catching up on all the podcasts, surely but slowly. So yeah, because I suffer with FOMO, you know, fear of missing out. I don't like missing any of them, and then I will batch watch them back. So yeah, so that's that. So I've just got one more thing to show, and basically it is a purchase. And then I'll go into the winners of the previous make along, and also announce the new make along. So yeah, lots of yarn. It's Stylecraft, and it's I brought another Lucy pack. I'm going to be doing the meadow blanket, but saying that, I've got no intentions of starting it any real time soon, because I've just got to finish off that scrappy one, and then I don't know where to put it. Hang on, is it there? Where did I put that one then? Oh, there. Oh, and then I've got the other scrappy one that I was doing, but I'm in no hurry for this one. I haven't worked on it since I last showed you, so I'm just doing the aria squares from Attic 24, and just all out in my leftovers. So I would like to actually get that finished first, but I'm not too worried if I do decide to start this. But I like doing blankets for two reasons. A, I love crocheting blankets, and in my eyes, you can never have enough. And B, I love using this leftover yarn to put into scrap blankets. So yeah. Oh, I snorted. Oh dear. Right, so where did I put my piece of paper? Right, so I've just said that twice.
So
Yeah.
okay.
Right, so I'm going to now announce the winners from last year's make along, which also ran to the end of January, but anybody that uploaded after the end of January, I still left in to do the draw. So that is all now closed. So we were running a make along, and it was, you know, for accessories. Wasn't it? Yeah, accessory make along. So the winner of the last quarter is Breve66. So that's BREVE66, and that was for her shawl Birds of a Feather, and Colin will put a photo on screen.
You'll probably be covering my face at this point.
That's all right. I'm sure they don't mind.
I'm sure they don't.
So Brev, you win some hand-dyed yarn, which is, it's Luxus, hand-dyed sock yarn. Is it? It is superwash. So I can't give the colourway because it's just a number. So well done, Breve. The shawl's gorgeous. I love the colours. It's so me. Right, so, and the winner of the last quarter on the comment thread is Lynn Clary. So that's LYNNECLAREY. And Lynn was talking about her copycat CC beanie. So Lynn, if you would like to get in touch with me on Ravelry, I will send you a pattern prize of your choice out to the value of $10 US. And also forget to say, Bree, if you could contact me again either by Ravelry or yarntales.bythesea@gmail.com. So now we have the overall photo. I should have wrote, no, I haven't got a pen there. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? Oh no, so it's that one. Yeah, right. So the overall photo for the year, so I chose from, with a number picker thing, from the whole photo, for the whole year, was Y Ladybird, which is, as it pronounces, YLADYBIRD. And she was talking about the stock she'd completed, and again a photo will be going up. So if you, yeah, so if you'd like to contact me, and congratulations. And for the overall comment for the whole year, which again is if you can contact me via Ravelry, because it's a pattern prize again up to the $10 US, was Cessair, CESSAIR, and Cessair was commenting on somebody else's project. So again, congratulations. And like my friend, the delectable Leslie from Not Quite Enough Yarn podcast would say, it's such a shame that I don't have prizes for everyone, because it's just absolutely phenomenal, and there's so many I would like to do, and your colour choices on things and the actual projects themselves were just amazing. So again, congratulations to you all. So on that note, I am now going to announce the new make along for this year. So I took into account everybody's comments on the last video, and it was unanimous that you would all like a StashBuster Mal. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I've just called it the 2022 StashBuster Mal, and how original. So I have set up 2 new threads on my Ravelry group, which I'm going, so what I thought was I would initially just run it for 3 months, but if towards the end of the 3 months I will ask again and see if people want to carry it on, or whether you would want to do something new. So I thought that was the best way to do it, because you know, I don't want to sit here and say this is what we're doing and we're doing it for this long. So I don't want to be like that. I want to run this, you know, how everybody else would like the Mal to be. So it's going to be exactly the same format. There's 2 new threads up there. So one will be for your photo uploads. So you can write a little bit about your project, but if everybody else cannot comment on it, but then you can comment over on the thread, the chatter thread. And again, people can upload the photo there as well, just to give out more information so people can comment. So again, I will be doing obviously a physical prize on the photo thread, and a Ravelry pattern prize up to the value of $10 US. So I am also fully aware that people can't always use Ravelry. So if you want to take part and you don't use Ravelry, please send me a photo and with some details, and I will upload it on your behalf on Ravelry and with all your details. So to do that, you can email me at yarntales.bythesea@gmail.com. So I thought about, you know, some little rules to add into it, and I don't want to make it you've got to do this, you've got to do that. So anything goes, so long as it's knitting or crochet. The only thing that I would ask, which is a definite, is it must be from your stash. Now, if you're making a big project and you need to add extra yarn in, that's fine, as long as it's no more than 50% of the original garment or blanket or whatever. And the other thing I thought I would include on it, because I know a lot of you spin, and I know a lot of you have lots of, I can never, is it rags? Your unspun stuff. So I'm including that on it. So if you would want to spin into, you know, spin your rags or whatever it's called into some thread, that will count as well, because technically you're using Stash Up. So yeah, I think that's all on that. So like I said, the threads are up there, they're all open, so you know, I look forward to seeing what you make. And yeah, but I'm opening it up quite across the board. I mean, your makes can be anything from garments to accessories, blankets, rugs, baskets, hats, even these blooming hats, even dog accessories, because in the past I have been actually asked, is it okay to make items for my dog, not my dog but their dog, and things like that. So anything that uses your yarn up is acceptable. So yeah, I want to do the same. I'm going to try not to buy too much this year and get as much of my stash down as possible. And yeah, I think sometimes, I mean, it is kind of like two hobbies, isn't it? You've got your knitting and your crocheting, and then you've also got the collecting of the yarn. And sometimes I think, do I really need to buy that? No, I don't, but I want it, so I buy it. So I'm going to, you know, I'm not going to stop buying yarn, but I'm just going to limit it down to if I really want to knit something or crochet something and I haven't got any yarn that's appropriate for that project. But you know, what?
You do normally do that, but then you sort of like go, ooh, look at that. You're like a magpie sometimes with yarn. You go, ooh, shiny. Ooh, pretty.
Talking about yarn, I on the last podcast I showed you that cowl I was making. Well, I've ripped it out. This yarn's just not having a good time, is it? Because I've already ripped it out from a pair of socks, and now I've just ripped it out from a cowl. Don't get me wrong, I really love the yarn, but I just thought I could wear it around my neck in a shawl or a scarf, but on a cowl, I just thought it wasn't me, because it was in like blues and pinkies and yellows, wasn't it? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm a bit weird like that. So I think that is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got anything else to say?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Why not?
Because I haven't.
Why? Why?
I haven't got anything to say.
Why? Why did him up?
What?
So
do you want me to edit your video?
Yeah.
Well, stop asking me why then.
Why? Right, that's it. So, Colin, I forgot to put all the details up of everything, but I'm sure Colin will put it up on the screen. And
I forgot to do something else as well.
what have I forgot?
Facebook.
I've just said that.
Did you?
Yeah, I was just talking about that. See, who's the dopey one now?
You must be, because you're with me.
Shut up. That wasn't nice, was it?
Love you.
Well, I might be dopey, but you look dopey. Right, that is definitely it. So all the details will go in the show notes below. And thank you for all my subscribers and potentially new subscribers. I love you all, and we'll see you all again in 2 weeks' time. Bye for now.
Bye.